Every day the waterline drops, and with every foot that disappears, the desert gives back something it was never meant to reveal. At first it was human remains, mob victims stuffed in barrels, skeletons bleached under the unforgiving sun. But now the lake has exposed something far older, far more terrifying. A secret sealed away for 12 million years, proof of an ancient cataclysm that nearly erased all life. And the truth is, it's already happening again. This isn't just a lake, it's a lifeline. The single reservoir that keeps over 40 million people alive in Phoenix, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas. Without it, the lights of Las Vegas go dark. Farms in Arizona wither. Entire cities collapse. But today, that lifeline is dying. The Colorado River, the artery that feeds it, is withering under the worst megadrought in 2,200 years. In just 2 decades, Lake Mead has dropped by more than 170 feet, enough to swallow a 15-story building. The white bathtub ring around its shores isn't a natural mark. That's a tombstone carved into the desert, screaming of collapse. The first secrets the lake revealed were grim, but familiar. Mob hits hidden in barrels, ghost towns drowned in the 1930s, now staring back at the sun. A World War II landing craft rusting on the cracked earth. Human tragedies resurfacing in the brutal heat. But then, scientists uncovered a secret that didn't belong to our story at all. Beneath the cracked mud, they found a strange gray powder, ordinary to the naked eye, like sand. But under the microscope, its horrifying secret came to life. These were shards of volcanic glass, razor sharp, forged in ancient fire. This wasn't sand. It was ash, and not from any ordinary volcano. This was the fingerprint of a supervolcano. Around 12 million years ago, a supervolcano erupted with a force thousands of times greater than Mount St. Helens. It blasted over 200 cubic miles of ash into the atmosphere, enough to bury the entire state of California under 20 feet of dust. Imagine the sun disappearing for years, rivers poisoned, animals suffocating under blackened skies. The earth turned into a graveyard. That ash traveled hundreds of miles, carried by the winds, and it fell here, layer by layer, where it became part of the ground that now forms Lake Mead's bed. For millions of years, it stayed buried, sealed in silence, until a dying reservoir peeled back the curtain. And here's the chilling part. This isn't just a story about the past. It's a warning about the future, because supervolcanoes are not extinct. They are still here sleeping. The most infamous? Yellowstone. Beneath its peaceful forests and bubbling geysers lies a chamber of molten rock so vast, it could end civilization as we know it. Scientists say the chance of it erupting in our lifetime is low. But low does not mean impossible. If it did happen, planes would fall from the sky as ash shredded their engines. Crops would fail. The air itself would become a weapon. Tiny glass shards filling your lungs, cutting you from the inside out. Cities would starve. Power grids would collapse. The world would never look the same. And here's the cruel irony. It was our own man-made disaster, this mega-drought fueled by climate change, that exposed this ancient scar. The mob bodies tell human stories of greed and violence, but the volcanic ash? It tells a story far older, far more merciless. A reminder that while humans destroy themselves, nature holds the power to finish the job. Lake Mead isn't just dying, it's speaking. With every drop that vanishes, another secret is revealed, another scar, another warning. And if history teaches us anything, it's this: the past is never truly buried. So the real question isn't just, how long until the water is gone? It's this: what will Lake Mead reveal before the last drop disappears? Because across the empty desert shores of Lake Mead, one truth echoes louder than silence. The water is falling. The secrets are rising, and time is running out.